Hi everyone, you have found what to play next. We're bringing everything that is awesome in gaming. This is the Corruption Within. So,
It has been a wonderful week. Camping, hiking, and exploring the countryside with my wife and 2 children.
Okay. This is Tell Me More.
We hadn't been able to afford a holiday while the kids were growing up. But finally, between my salary and Steph selling some of her paintings, we'd scrabbled together the funds. With 2 nights to go, we'd planned to spend the afternoon exploring a section of the forest by the lake we hadn't seen yet. At
That's
dusk,
sweet.
I was collecting things together while Steph and the kids answered the call of They didn't come back.
Got excited
I
and
spent hours
clicked.
searching, calling, to no avail.
Oh my goodness. This is the ye old family
I headed
portrait.
towards the only sign of civilization I'd seen. A grand mansion with a mountain behind it and a lake at the front. I'd heard of this new invention called a telephone. Whoever owned the mansion was surely rich enough to own one. Or at least have some horses. I scrambled over old tree roots to get to the mansion. Rumors and superstitions were rife about this part of the country. But I put those down to silly old wives' tales designed to scare children. I reluctantly began to wonder if there was some truth to them. Tales of ghosts and fell beasts didn't bother me. I didn't believe in such things. The stories of Edgar Allan Poe were entertaining, but nothing more. It was the evil people were capable of that worried me. I reached the mansion and hoped to find help there. At the very least, someone should be able to aid me in some way. If they couldn't, there was no hope of aid from any other source, unless I found my way back to civilization and the police conducted a full search of the countryside. But it would be too late. This mansion was my only hope.
It's an impressive building indeed. Must be a rich family lives here, even though it's late. It seems to be lights on. Guess at least someone is still awake. Door, befitting the huge edifice, is massive. Just who lives here? Do you have any other points of interest here? Not so much. Impressive building indeed. So. Is that my hand? My goodness. After a brief moment, the man opened the door. So what is your business at this ungodly hour, sir? Please, good man, let me in. My family has gone missing. I need help. Do you have an appointment? What? Of course not. My family have gone missing and I... Do you have an invitation from a member of the family? Can't you understand that I need to find help? My family... If you do not have an appointment or a formal invitation, I can't let you enter the house. There are no exceptions. I bid you goodbye, sir. So we're just screwed, right off the drop. Now what am I gonna do? Shrill scream is heard in the distance. Was that stuff? I'd better go check it out. The scream seems to have come from the southwest. Not knowing where I was heading, but following the sound of the screams, I ended up somewhere in the forest. As I entered the area, I immediately saw what must have been the reason for the scream. There was a man hanging in the trees. A young female voice called out to me, "Please, sir, you must help me find who did this." She moved from behind the dense foliage, hiding, unwilling to make herself known. I started to explain that I was looking for my family. It was my priority and to call the police when an unseen person uttered the words that chilled me to the bone. "Sir, I've seen a woman with 2 children. They've been taken." I begged her to show me where they'd been taken, but she refused, saying only she would help me if I first helped her. Strange happenings were afoot. I had no choice but to help. The voice, apparently satisfied I meant it, told me to give the butler a card that she would leave for me under the door of a nearby shed. She sounded common, not a member of the aristocracy. Apparently the invitation would be from someone called Lady Charlotte. Without the invitation, I would not get into the house. Apparently the family were rather eccentric and insisted on things being done in very specific ways. Yes, this dead man would suggest that. The noose is tight around the neck. Poor soul, he must have been helpless to have allowed himself to be put in this position. Some really dense foliage here. I could probably get through it if I had a reason to, but I can't see one right now. I can't either. This is a horrifying thing. The moon in the distance. Depending on the angle I look at it, its appearance can be very different. Hope that isn't a bad omen of some sort. It's a horrible omen! Get out of here, man! Are you mad? You lost your mind. Can't do anything with the rope. Anyways, I surely need to leave him for the police to inspect. Not seeing anything. Some really dense foliage that I could get through. Oh, hold on, can I WASD this? Options. Full screen. Oh wow, wait, hold on, I need I need to know my, hold on, what are my key controls? You can't just leave me here. Friend, how do I get to the next screen? WASD, FB, DM, LJ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up, down, left, right. Oh my goodness, is there some combo? Looks like he's been here for a long time. His hands are bound. He must have been murdered. This was not a suicide. He's so cold that the body is turning blue. I can't undo that. It's not going to let me do anything with the rope. There's dense foliage, which they already told me. Am I looking for the woman? Like, what is going on here? I don't appear to have an inventory. Let's bounce out and see where they wanted to go with this. I do tend to get a little bit more from them, especially when I hit a dead end like this, where it's just something silly. There will be a pixel hunt. So let's go over to the Steam page and see what they had in mind. Alrighty, so The Corruption Within is a psychological thriller first-person point-and-click game set in the Victorian era with an emphasis on strong narrative and intriguing characters and puzzle solving. The land itself is corrupted. So are most of the people. Speak no more. Been judged and upon this matter we will not. Who can you trust? Okay, so it looks like a murder mystery. Obviously we find the dead guy in the woods. There's a link in the description below. It's part of the Adventure Fest on Steam. So there's a free demo. They all had free demos, which was super cool. So we grabbed as many as we could that looked different. This was really retro, just a little bit spooky, and kind of like a frauds game in the way that it was set up. They actually do still have the old website up there. So if you're into this sort of thing, there's a million of them. Most of them don't have the attendant graphics or point and click interface, but that is still up there as well. Link in the description below. Also down there, Gamer Grind. We partner with an indie company who delivers gamer coffee to your door. They'll let you put your logo on merch, or you can purchase ours and pimp out the channel. Also down there, Coffee KO-FI. It's an awesome social network where you can get together with indie game devs, artists, people like me who go through the community and just find cool stuff and put it up there. So some behind the scenes action. Make this chick smile. You can buy us a coffee, $1 on there. Liking, subscribing, commenting, always free. So smash that subscribe button, comment. We love hearing from you guys. And then, as always, stay safe, game on, and we will see you in the next video.